February is Black History Month across the country. That makes this the perfect time to recognize the need for increased equity and inclusion in the workplace. We're joined in studio now by Crystal DeCuna. She's the Chief Experience Officer at the Inside View Incorporated, a leadership training organization that focuses on the customer experience. Crystal, welcome to the program. First off, can you begin by telling us a little bit more about your company, the Inside View?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Mike. So we work with organizations, small, medium, and large, to really focus on the employee experience, the customer experience, with a very big lens on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we design what their employees should feel like, how to be able to cultivate a culture of success within the organization. And of course, when it comes to customer loyalty, we help them implement programs to create that loyalty for life.
You offer a diversity, equity, and inclusion program. Are you doing that online these days?
Yes, we are. Actually, we've offered it for over 7 years now. So I'm really proud of the program. It's been recognized by the Canada-Ontario Job Grant as one of a certified program. And so when, of course, we had to pivot like everybody else, we created two ways of taking the course. So one online on demand, but then also an interactive 2-day session where people really get to work through the conversations and, ask those uncomfortable conversations. And by the end of day 2, they're engaged and they're feeling a lot more secure in, asking the scary questions and diving in. So.
There's still a lot of confusion as to what we need to do to make sure that our workplaces are diverse, are equitable, are inclusive. And a service like yours is really important in this climate.
It certainly is, because the reality is, when we're able to create diverse, equitable, inclusive environments within our small, medium businesses, you're opening up massive market shares. You're creating growth just within the organization that you never saw possible. So for example, a lot of people are struggling with the Great Resignation right now and staffing shortages and challenges. Well, if you're attracting, a diverse talent, and I do mean attracting, not just reaching for them, but attracting the right people, because your systems are designed to attract more people, then you're not going to find yourself in such a challenging situation. So it's more than just, creating that policy that we're putting on the wall, or, making sure we've got our diversity, equity, inclusion policy created, but it's really about how you as a leadership team are actioning and implementing it, but then also as a frontline team, what is their role in continuing to cultivate that culture?
Are you seeing a little bit of a generation gap? Older business owners not quite as welcoming to these new changes versus younger business owners?
Well, we are absolutely seeing it. And it's not necessarily not welcoming. It's not understanding the value in incorporating these principles and really understanding their unconscious biases that may be in place, right? And so I was just on the phone last week with an organization, 102 employees, and we don't have that. It's not a challenge for us. Right now our challenge is staffing, but not seeing the connection and the link to, if you were more diverse, equitable, inclusive, you're not just inviting people to the dance, but you're actually asking them to dance. You may not have staffing shortages or challenges in that area. So it's a little bit of a harder nut to crack, so to speak, when you're talking to established businesses that have, don't have a particular challenge in the area. But it's going to affect them long term if they don't start to really see how much it can improve their businesses.
With this month being Black History Month, why are these kinds of discussions important?
So important. It's allyship, right? It's really about making sure that that you're willing, you're able, you're open to learning, right? You're open to be able to understand we all have challenges, no matter what the color of our skin is or what our religious beliefs are, political beliefs are. We all have biases, and some are conscious, some are unconscious. And so it really is important for us to just start to peel those layers off. This younger generation is coming up, and there is no room for not understanding it, because they are so well educated on the topic. They want to be a part of environments where this topic is top of mind. They want to be a part of environments where they're able to contribute and make a difference. So it's beautiful to see what they're up to be honest.
We see here in Niagara, there's an organization called Black Owned 905,
yes,
which really promotes Black business owners to make sure that they are shopping creating business for each other.
Yes, actually, Tasha is a good friend of mine and highly support Black Owned 905. She did something so magical when the protests had started, and you know, this obviously is a topic that's been on for years and years and years, but we needed something to be able to really start to action and to not be fearful of speaking up. And so Tasha did that. You know, she was able to really highlight Black-owned businesses in the Niagara region. And so just kudos to her. She's doing really great things in that community. We support it often. Myself, as an East Indian, marginalized communities are certainly receiving that. They go through the same challenges that that Black-owned businesses do as well, of course, in different aspects. But yeah, she's done really great at bringing them to top of mind. And she had a great market just a few weeks back, and that was in the St. Catharines market. And it was just fantastic to see the allyship. So, you know, you didn't go and just see Black-owned businesses, but you saw people from every community coming and shopping at Black-owned businesses. So it was quite fantastic.
The Welland Heritage Council has a program for February to honor Black History Month and talk about some of the challenges.
Yes.
I know you're involved in that. You've consulted with this. Can you talk a little bit about what is happening each week?
Yes. It's a fantastic, so actually we started it last year, and it was Janet and her team really wanted to spearhead, bringing this topic top of mind for Black History Month. And so it was really just started around a celebration of Black history last year. And so last year we had such an overwhelming response, we didn't have enough room for people on the Zoom call. So this year we decided to partner with Meridian Credit Union, and we've got 4 weeks every Wednesday in the month of February where we're talking about different issues. So the first week is a celebration. Second week we get into Dr. Christopher. He shares on the CBC with Kimberly and another colleague. They do a podcast and they're sharing a little bit about really the roots of Black history. And then we get into small business information, how small businesses can benefit, and really how you can grow as a small business in Niagara. And then there's financial advice as well that Meridian's going to be tapping into.
Crystal, thank you so much for joining us today. WellandHeritageCouncil.com for information on that program. What about the Inside View? What's your website?
Absolutely. GetTheInsideView.com.
Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.